That there. Sorry, give me a second. Alright. Where's it? Ah. Shit. Whoops. Be right back. Ah, damn it. Ah, gotta get the controller. Hold on. There we go. Ah, shit. Dang it. Ah, son of a bitch. Mother. There we go. That, no, you stay there. Ah, crap. Now I've got all these tangled up. Sorry, I'll get this sorted. Ah, stop it. Stupid thing. There we go. Ugh. We're off to a great start. Ugh. All right. I had to. So like one of the buttons was starting to stick, so I tried to address that, and then I had to plug the thing back in, and when I plugged it in, I knocked some stuff over, so I had to get that again, and turned into a whole thing. Sorry. Okay. So let's get this going. All right. Now, shit. All right. I'm aware, Ms. Wicked Wolf. So, hi, everybody. Finally. Finally pulling this together and saying hi.
Because it is my guilt, I claim your grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret. Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shape my guilt once again.
Okay. Whoa. All right. That's a heck of an opener. Okay.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us. Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was called the miracle.
Well, it's stark. I will say that up front. Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. Oh, okay. Whoa. All right. Biliary flasks. LB to consume one of your flasks, recover vitality. Consecrate flasks are refilled by kneeling. I do. Find empty vessels to increase the amount you get. So it's an Estus flask. Yeah, okay. Ellentai, the thing is 255. I think as I've seen more of Ellentai, I'm not sure it's being played off as like an okay, cute thing. Like the show's pretty judgmental of her as a character, which kind of has its own issues because of the trope she falls into. But yeah. Basic tutorial stuff. Do. I can go up and down the ladders. Now, here's an important question. Is there fall damage? No. Yay! I don't like fall damage in platformers. It's one of the reasons I did not much care for Salt and Sanctuary, which I tried to play a few times. All right, so I can't wall jump, or at least I can't yet. Okay. What have we here? To rest. Saving your game, refilling your health and flasks. Upon death, you will respawn. Yeah, again. You're just taking your cues from Dark Souls, as far as that goes. Got it. Got it. Whoa, okay. We're like, Jeez. I don't have a dodge, or at least I don't seem to. Ah. Question is this a supposed to lose fight? It might be. Seems like it is. Ugh. Is this a block or a parry? Seems to be neither. Okay. Hey there, Ned. Good to see ya. Oh, I do have a dodge. Okay. Oh. All right. Guilt fragment. Why do I feel like this is Catholic Guilt the game? Okay. Oh, okay. I cannot dodge through, though. That seems to be important. Dang it. I gotta get used to the distance on this dodge. And I'm also very used to being able to dodge through on things, as that's a bit more standard in other games. Damn it. Oy. Ugh. Of course the heal takes time. Ugh, that is the one that's really getting me. Come on! Woo! I was down to only one hit left and it would have taken me out, but I got him! I got him! Yeah, it feels very Inquisition coded. Ooh, okay. Sorry, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to have to step away again in a few minutes, but for right now... I'm not Catholic either, but I have enough close people in my life who are, that like I've gotten a sense of what's specifically what being raised Catholic kind of does to you.
Regretful be the heart, penitent one. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end.
Okay. Good to know.
I am Deo Gracias, witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence.
All right.
The cradle of affliction is what you seek.
Is it
This
though?
can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches.
The art design on this is something, I tell you.
It is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door. Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard.
Of course.
One of them must be performed in the high mountains, in thick blankets of snow and ice. Another in the depths of a dark, entombed church where the sleeper lies. And the last one at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral. In the bowels of the bell named Hondo that grows into the earth. Take this thorn and place it on the handle of your sword. If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether for its punishment or its forgiveness.
Okay. You can check out the episode. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I know any currently practicing Catholics. Like, everyone I know is a lapsed Catholic, or some would call themselves a recovering Catholic. I've heard that term bandied about a fair bit. Sorry, hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I should be good for the rest of the stream. Crazy thing about my grandmas, both would be over 100 if they weren't passed. They used to tell all the Catholic guilt stuff, but women in their time were told not to read the Bible. From the Church of England background, which means everyone in my family is an atheist until someone dies or wants to get married. Yeah, I can't really speak to those who are active practitioners of Catholicism. I have really no experience with that. That's what that was. It was a parry. I was right. I kind of hope the parry isn't crucial. I'm not a big fan of parrying in these games. It's not something I've ever really been very good at. What the? Whoa! Ah! Okay, excuse me. What have we here? Acquired the Forsaken Hamlet. What is that? In order to use this prayer, open the inventory and equip it. A prayer. It's powerful. So, magic. Yes. Yep. Cool. Damn it. Ugh. Frickin' parries are gonna drive me crazy. back that way? Huh? So wait. Release them with any technique at your disposal. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, Catholicism doesn't run in my family.
Answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who await here.
Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. What is this? Feels like it should be something. I guess it's just decorative. Oh boy. Okay. Hi.
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kissers of Wounds. Few remain here who can still employ it, but Tirso is my name.
Hi, buddy.
Few of us who still care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate. But if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments.
That I can do.
The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
Okay. Well, there's something vaguely resembling hope. Sheesh. Dove skull. Rosary beads. Okay, hang on. Slightly strengthens defenses. Okay. Okay, so those are the equipables. Whew. I'm really glad it's a bright, shiny day outside my window. It contrasts nicely. What have we here?
Penitent one, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and wipe away our tears. Because it is an act of penitence.
Okay. What was that? Visit May a couple times to increase the power of your sword. You can also spend Tears of Atonement to unlock combat techniques. Okay. Okay. Can I afford any of these yet? No. No, I cannot. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad I came down to the basement. I like Terry Pratchett's description of Anglican Protestantism. My parents were pure Church of England. They didn't go to church, but they knew what church they didn't go to. It's kind of like how Christian atheism works in a lot of areas. Oh, I don't believe in God, but the God I don't believe in is Jehovah. Sweet Troy to share on Threads. Someone apologized to me about posting a pro-LGBT post, and I told them that they did nothing wrong and made another post mentioning me. Well, thanks for stopping in, Jen. I want to try something here. Thank me for my kindness. Huh. Well, that's nice, Ms. Wicked Wolf. Yep, that is more powerful. Dang it. There wasn't really more that I could do there. I felt like there was something back here that I missed. Right, that. I don't know if I have the means to get that as yet. No, it doesn't really seem like it. So that's something to come back to. Yeah, I don't really go on to Threads, but knowing that it's run by Meta, same as Instagram, my inclination is that it's probably not a particularly welcoming place. I think I'm gonna have to replace this controller soon. I ran into this with my last one too, that the whatever face button gets used the most just starts sticking after a while. At this point, the only reason I post on Instagram is because, you know, I end up with stuff that I made for TikTok, and I'm like, I might as well post that on Instagram too, but I don't even promote my Instagram anymore. Like, at the end of the podcast, I don't even list it amongst the things because, seriously, screw Meta. I'm not going to leave because I think I have every right to be in that space, and I think other queer people should be able to see my presence, but, like, I ain't going to promote them. Speed performance. Okay, so that's a... Let's go with that. Cool. Got it. Funny kind of a bounce to the way he climbs the ladders.
Thou hast called upon the winch of the order of the true shrine. In this place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth.
Okay.
Help us, these poor souls, O penitent one.
Thanks, I guess. I can't reach that. That's another come back to it later, too. So wait, what was that? Collectible. Okay. Alright. Just a collectible. Alright, I guess that's for people more into the lore. Okay. Jeez. Alright. Ugh. Now, is that a mercy? Or not? I don't know. I feel like it is. I could be wrong. Ah! Whoa, okay. Dang it. I think it's mercy. Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting. But I've had games pull the rug out from under me on issues like that before. Dang it. Last poll. I listened to Jesse mention she's bad at remembering names. I am too, and I think it's that autistic people are bad at retaining info that's not part of a pattern. Names are arbitrary. I guess possibly? I never particularly thought about it in those terms. I mean, for me, memorization in general isn't my strong suit. Or at least I can't do it at will. Hi. What the hell? Oh, what the hell? My head was just barely starting to wrap around what it was that even was I was seeing. Ah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I not activate this winch thing? That's like this super obvious thing that's here? Can I? Oh, interesting. Hadn't caught that that was a thing I could do. Okay. Now let's back up for a second. That might be a doable thing. Let's see. Are the Omen and the Exorcist similar? I mean, tonally, Yeah, they're not a million miles away. Okay. Ah! Yeah, I don't think I can quite make that. That's weird that I can go up to that winch, but I can't activate it. That's strange to me. The hell? What is the point of that? Is that just a finishing move I get to do intermittently? It's odd. Ah, okay, so I can't go that way. I do like when characters in games like this ledge grab. I haven't seen The Omen in a long time. I should watch that one again. That movie had a great cast, amongst other things. Ah! Damn it. Damn it. Screw you. Okay. It's like a woman sitting on a thing's head, and he's wielding... Is that a dead stag? Jesus. Cripes. That was creepy as hell. So what is this? Oh, it's another rosary bead. You have a chance to earn Tears of Atonement when destroying objects. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. That works. Dang it. Wait a minute. This button sticking is really becoming a problem. Okay, that's just a collectible. Alright, I did come down this way. Okay. Alright. Damn it! Ow. I sometimes need to remember to get it out of my head that I don't need to kill everything in games like this. What have we here? Heart of Virtuous Pain. Sword Hearts. Okay. That's new. Grant powerful upgrades, but this comes at a price. Okay. Dang it. I was hoping that I could reach that. Oh, that was a death drop. I thought that would drop me down onto a lower screen I'd already been to. Never frickin' mind. Okay. Okay. That is kind of an interesting choice, 255. Okay, so now I can charge up an attack. Why is that so difficult to pull off? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I get that to activate reliably, or indeed at all? What the hell? That's gonna bug me. Oh. I can't get the ground attack to frickin' work. Oh, does it eat up? Oh, does it eat up magic? Is that why? That might be why. Still don't get why I can't activate that winch. Yeah, doesn't paint a great picture of my abilities, does it, Procrastinator? Although probably an accurate one. Again, I'm pretty sure this is a Metroidvania. I don't think it was unreasonable for me to think it was going to drop me down to another screen as opposed to just kill me. You need magic. Ah, okay. That explains that. I don't recommend browsing Facebook at this point. So much of it is AI. It's really unpleasant. Damn it. Will you decide whether or not you're going to turn around on me? Because half the time you do and half the time you don't. You're ticking me off. Damn it. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Damn it! Oh, hey there, Jason. Nice to have you here. Ugh. Yeah. Facebook really is just an absolute pit of AI at this point. Like, that's by design. They're doing that on purpose. I mean, I think it's just because people have a very fixed idea of what he specifically sounds like, 255. Yeah, I did figure that out. I didn't really catch what that gained me. Like, I've done a finisher at least once, but it's like my ability to do it is like when they're about to be dead anyway. Did that like get me more of the whatever the currency is? Is that what that's good for? I didn't catch it when I did it before. Oh. All right. Well, that's a whole new section. So let's back up. Whoa, okay. Ah! Jerks. See, the thing... Damn it, wrong button. The thing is, like, AI... They are going to insist that we want it and that we demand it. And that is a thing that needs to be rejected at every turn. Which is why I get really irritated when people who I know, like, share anything AI generated or talk about using ChatGPT. I'm like, no, please don't. Like, I try not to get on a rant because, like, I don't want to become that person, but like it really does just in the worst way just make my skin crawl. Okay, so now let's go back and explore some of that. Damn it. Damn it! Piss off. Ah, shit. You. Ah, god damn it. Damn it! Alright. Fuck off. There we go. Jesus. Okay, Question is, will those stay down for future? I hope so. Yeah, I know you're being sarcastic, procrastinator, but, like, just that sentiment still makes me go, ugh. Whoa. Damn it! Why am I... Ugh. Keep hitting the wrong dang buttons. I'm not going to try and jump that. I don't know if the spikes are an instant kill or not. I'll probably find that out the hard way eventually. Damn it. Damn it. God, the button keeps sticking.
Sister of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the purge and excommunication of all that is sacred and rests there. No, no, do not place your doubts on me. I am ready.
The fuck? You are rid of guilt. Okay. Does that actually mean anything in a practical sense? Nothing happened. Thanks. So helpful. I get that that's a fairly innocuous use of it, 255. I would encourage people just to not engage, but I don't want to get into a debate over specific use cases today. I'm not in the mood. Now, keep in mind, I didn't finish college, but I also don't understand how making use of it to get through college classes is anything other than a dilution of the education process. Like, and I don't mean to sound like an asshole when I say that, but like, at the very least, you know, going back to in my day, whoa. At the very least, back in my day, if you got the Cliff's Notes on something, at least you were pretty assured that they were accurate. It wouldn't lie to you. You know what I mean? What is this? At the moment, it is, Matthew. Yeah, fuckers. Damn it. Yeah. come from a third world country. Some of my professors aren't that good at teaching, though excellent at the subject. Teaching not so much, hence I use ChatGPT for that stuff. Okay, again, I don't want to get into an argument about it, but let me ask you this. Is it not possible for you to go to more primary sources than ChatGPT? Because if what it's doing is summarizing, is that the only way for you to get that info? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your specific situation is, but like, until there are here's what I'm going to say. I am not going to say that there cannot be defendable use cases for, I'm going to say for ChatGPT, I am drawing a hard line on image and video generation. Absolutely not. But I will admit that there can be theoretical defendable use cases for ChatGPT. However, I am also of the opinion that at the moment, until there are guardrails put in place, nobody should be engaging with it because it is encouraging its proliferation. And until there are proper guardrails in place, legislation, restrictions, and establishments of rights of people and the liability of the company for what its AI does, until we actually have that stuff in place, no one should be using it. That is my view right now on something like ChatGPT. I'm not saying never, but I am saying not right now. I'm not trying to shame anybody, 255. I'm not saying that it makes you lesser or you don't like. I mean, there are studies out there that use of ChatGPT in colleges is actually actively harming education. But look, again, I'm not trying to shame anyone. Again, I've got no high horse here. I didn't finish college, so far be it from me to tell you how to do something I didn't pull off. But at the same time, like this stuff is destructive and harmful, and I don't accept the positive use cases until there are proper guardrails in place to avoid, prevent, and minimize the negative ones. So, like, all right, let me put it this way. Gun control. I do not accept, but I use it for hunting as an argument against getting proper gun control laws in place. You see what I'm saying? Just because there is an acceptable use case doesn't mean that we shouldn't be working hard as hell to avoid the unacceptable ones. And I would rather that nobody gets a gun until we figure out how to properly regulate that than just allowing anyone to get one. And yes, it is a little bit hyperbolic for me to compare ChatGPT to a loaded firearm, but it was the comparison that came to mind. God damn it. What the hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, that's a problem, that's a problem. Get away from me. Yeah. Ooh, what the hell did I pick up? Oh. Okay. So, wait, what's the difference? So what's this one do? What did that do? Brief him. Increases the speed of his attacks. Okay, so it's a temporary boost. All right, I gotcha. Yeah, I would ask you not to do that, 255. Again, the damage caused by these things. And, like, for memes? Really? Again, I'm not trying to shame anybody. Well, that's not true. I'm trying to shame anyone who stands to actually profit off of this stuff. I will shame the hell out of them. I'm not trying to shame people who want to make use of a thing. But and like, look, when before, like, I understood the full issues with AI, it was something I messed around with. I used to mess around with AI filters and you know, a limited amount of image generation on something like TikTok. I get it, but like, I also know better now. I agree, procrastinator, but I tend to not engage in that particular line of thought or criticism, very specifically because, and I know you're not using it this way, but it is used as a reason to not put guardrails in place. It's like, oh, but it's not the tool's fault. It's that, you know, it's the problem. The problem is people. People misuse it. Like, yes, they do. But if the tool is easily misused and easily abusable, then maybe people shouldn't have it. I don't disagree that the problem is people, but you can't fix people. You can remove things from their grasp. You know? If you have a small child, they're going to try and get up on the counter and get the cookies. You can't stop them from wanting and trying to do that, but you can move the cookie jar to somewhere where they can't reach. And again, I don't mean to sound patronizing with the comparisons I'm making. I'm exhausted by the topic.
Let us be captives of the miracle, penitent one.
Don't think I love that idea.
Do not be surprised to find this merchant here. This ancient occupation requires me to be wherever I can obtain rewarding benefits.
Which tool in the world can't be used for evil? None. That's not what I'm... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally every tool could be used for evil, but some tools are worse, more abusable, and less beneficial. If you have a tool that causes more harm than it does good, and more people cause harm with it than cause good with it, get rid of the tool. Like right now, very literally, some of the AI products that are out there are getting people killed. Specifically at the moment, what I can cite and back that up so that I'm not being hyperbolic, AI therapists, because AI doesn't actually understand psychology, AI therapists have given people advice that has leaned them further into their own psychoses and put them in and encouraged them to get into situations that have gotten them killed. That has literally happened.
Call me Candelaria, for what I sell would make your eyes light up like the high bonfires. I will not ask you for any money whatsoever. Those forbidden tears you shed would be more than enough for me.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that, procrastinator, with AI generated porn. it is, first of all, based off the fact that it is that AI image generation is built off of stolen imagery. These are already inherently unethical, the same way any deep fake porn would be unethical. And you can make the argument to me that somebody photoshopping fake porn of someone is also unethical, and I wouldn't even disagree, but I would point out not anyone can do that. You have to actually have skill with Photoshop to do that convincingly, which not all that many people do. Whereas it takes no skill to put a prompt into an AI and spit that stuff out.
Go ahead. Cast your darkened eyes over these valuable treasures.
Oh no, not by the owners, 255. Very, very, very few industries should ever be trusted to self-regulate. And the tech industry, probably least of all. The tech industry and the banking industry are two industries that should never be trusted to self-regulate.
What I am offering you here is as lustrous as the first star of the night. And may my eyes be blinded if I'm lying.
For all I know, you are blind. Grant protection from toxins. I don't have that much cash anyway.
What I am offering you here.
Yeah. You said that. Don't say that every time I just check what a thing is. Huh.
Behold what I present to you, though a small trust me.
You don't have to say stuff every time. I mean, I figure if there's a key, I should get a key. No industry can be trusted. There are some industries that have proven themselves, and like, understand this. Self-regulation is not synonymous with no regulation. Those are not the same thing. Self-regulated industries still can and will get examined and investigated or whatever, if it is believed that they are not, following the regulations that they should be putting into place. But like, there are some industries that have a decent history of self-regulation, at least insofar as like they don't need to be constantly monitored. The tech industry is not one of those. Honestly, the tech industry shouldn't be allowed to do freaking anything until it's been run through like 5 different ethical committees. Shit. Get away from me. Like, to make a comparison, I can, and I'm not, understand, I've now kind of shifted topics a bit. The industry I'm about to name is not one that I think should be self-regulated. So I'm off that topic. But I look at how pharmaceuticals are handled in different parts of the world. Damn it. And I look at, can I break that? No. I look at how a lot of the regulation in, say, the EU is handled around pharmaceuticals and honestly most things versus the US. In the EU, I mean, at least last I knew, who knows, maybe it's gotten worse, but historically, you basically couldn't bring a product to market until it had been checked out by regulators. The US, by comparison, basically lets you bring whatever you want to market, and they won't look into it until somebody's already been harmed. in the EU, you have to prove your thing isn't harmful. In the US, you don't have to worry about that until somebody's already been hurt. Which is so messed up and backwards. And no, it's not going to turn into Cyberpunk 2077 because any sort of bodily augmentations or things of that nature, you and I are not going to have access to them. Normal, everyday people will not have access to them. They will be the reserved rights of the rich. We will be left to starve in the gutter. We won't even have the compensation of the cool neon future. Like, the US has always been really bad at regulating tech because tech moves faster than our lawmaking process. And that's not me saying we should speed up the lawmaking process. No. Hastily making laws is how you make bad laws. But, you know, small bead of wax. Slightly strengthen the vitality. Okay. But tech advances way farther than our regulation of it, and there isn't really a political appetite to regulate this stuff in the first frickin' place. So, meh. Yeah, I will never play Cyberpunk 2077 because it would make me motion sick. It's first person. Thanks for stopping in, Procrastinator. It's nice to have you here. That's interesting. A Silver Wind, I would have to look into that. My immediate question is if they're against so hang on, let me look at this again. If they're against AI that uses people's art without permission, then what are they even using and what is it doing? Because now, granted, it's possible that they're just lying. I'll give you that. But the developers of these image generators have said, like, they need such massive amounts of data that limiting themselves just to what they could get permission to use would make them basically unusable for purpose. So that's my first question. If you're limiting it to only what you have permission to use in that way, then what are you even getting out of it? And then my question is, what's the point? Gonna give the benefit of the doubt and assume people who want to use AI to mass produce crappy drawings and rip people off are a very fringe minority. I would not give the benefit of the doubt. All right, so let me reword that. In terms of raw numbers of users, because of, you know, some people use this stuff casually, it is possible they are a minority. But, two things. They are the majority of the developing people. Like, Those people who want to use it for that are the ones who will use it the most. In terms of number of users, you might be right. In terms of volume of use of the product, they are absolutely not the minority at all. Because people who aren't using it for that have such limited use for the thing that they're only going to use it every now and then. People who use the stuff regularly, that is not a minority. The people that you're saying, I bet it's a minority, no. They are a majority of the habitual users. It's real important to recognize the difference between minority in terms of raw number of people and minority in terms of volume of use, because those are two different things. Whew. I can never get the frickin'... Why can I never get this thing to activate? Alright, what the hell was the point of the downward plunge? I can't ever get it to work. Why won't it work? The fuck, man? That's some bullshit. Shit. Fuck me. God damn it. Piss off. You know what was a thought I had when I was last watching Battlestar? Why does the fleet bother moving at sublight speed at all? Preamble jumps cover like 99% of the distance. Because sometimes you don't have to go far enough to justify jumping. Like, it's a use of fuel. So, like, that's like asking why does the... that's like asking why does the Enterprise ever move it at impulse speed instead of warp speed? Or, you know, why do you ever drive under 100 miles an hour? Because you don't always need to go that fast. In fact, sometimes going that fast is detrimental to what you're trying to do. And yes, Redbubble sucks. Redbubble sucks, and Etsy has gone to absolute hell. Oh, good. It does stay in place. I don't remember them moving at sublight speed to go anywhere beyond the immediate star system. I don't remember that happening in the show. I'm not saying it didn't, but I don't remember that happening. Boost the block stance, increases duration. Exposes. So wait, what? Why do I feel like I'm heading for a boss fight? This looks like a boss arena. Oh, it's you. Find it funny. This wave of AI comes off as the new trend after the fall of crypto Web 3. I mean, it's the
door on whose bronze the ordeals of those chosen by the miracle are perpetuated.
It's the exact same people pushing it, Matthew. Like the same people who pushed crypto, pushed NFTs, pushed the metaverse, and are now pushing AI. It's the exact same people. And if you thought they were scummy with what they were doing before, they haven't gotten better. Yeah, the implementation of AI into things that don't need it, and the fact that it's now there by default, Trista, infuriates me.
On it, for the art of these images to be worshipped and revered, ornamentation must take place. His sculpted holiness watches us, rigid, from on high. But it is the relief of the bronze that dictates who is worthy of passing under its adorned arch. Find the holy visages, and the bronze will know. For fickle are the wishes of the miracle.
So I'm assuming I can't... Yeah, okay. So I just can't enter there. Okay. Like, the reason AI is more persistent than NFTs and, than NFTs and crypto were is that they result in a thing people can see. Trying to get people to adopt NFTs and crypto meant explaining what it was they were even doing. And it was weird and complicated to even try and do. But AI is very demonstrable what it can do. Like here, ask this chatbot a question. Here, create some images, some art. And people who don't think about it will go, oh, that's neat. And it does result in a thing, a tangible thing. And I think that's why it's going to be harder to get rid of. Because all it took for cryptocurrency and NFTs to collapse was to basically certain surfaces. Okay. Was basically wait for enough time to pass where the people who didn't understand it can go, okay, well, you said this thing was going to blow up and take over. It hasn't. And you can't explain why it's any good, so what are we even doing here? The lack of concrete anything was ultimately what sunk NFTs and crypto. But there is a thing that you get as a result of using AI, which means it's not going to just disappear on its own in the same way.
Contrite and humiliated be the heart, penitent one in silence. You stand before what remains of Gemino. Oh, do not fret for me. The cold is merciful, for it relieves our pain and numbs us before it leads us to our deaths.
Okay.
Perhaps the miracle the others spoke of has come to me, here in this iron tomb, lengthening distress more. promised land, you direct your march to the place where the frozen and the burning embrace in communion. Let me ask of you the favor of bringing me a few drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees, the ones that ended up scorching the faces of every pious person who ever reached the summit. As my last wish, before it is too late for me, let me feel that pain. Take this.
Huh. Okay.
Now, let my numbed arm become another branch of this withered olive tree. Hurry up. I can...
Grok go crazy. Grok, you mean Mecha Hitler? Yeah, it ain't good press right now. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah, forgive me for not counting on the courts to continue doing the right thing, Matthew. Especially now that Trump is apparently very in favor of this nonsense. The other way. Which would be nice, 255. See, I see it going away when, like, I expect it to go away actually almost inevitably because the viability, what it costs to develop versus what you get out of it versus the quality of what it's meant to replace. I think a lot of it, again, especially the generative stuff, I think a lot of that is going to go away simply because the profit models don't make sense. Anytime you have something that's basically built on the promise of, yeah, no, it's not good now, but it will be good later, will almost always inevitably collapse under its own weight. The issue is how much damage does it do before that happens. Like, I do personally, very firmly believe that AI is a bubble and is going to collapse under its own weight. But that doesn't mean that anybody should be just going, oh, well, that means we can just wait around for it to burn itself out. No, because it's going to do so much damage in so many ways in the meantime. Shit. Yeah, I didn't mean to bring you down, Matthew, but, like, I'm not someone who ever had a lot of faith in the courts in the first place. But at this point, especially seeing how much the courts have been happy to just upend decades of precedent that they don't like anymore. Anything that the main defense of it is court rulings, I don't have a lot of hope. Damn it. AI can't ask for rights, not meaningfully. Like, AI, especially chat AI, is just a list of words in an order that it thinks makes sense. There is no thought behind it. The reason they do that, Trist, is just optics. Because, like, they know this stuff is not actual intelligence. They are fully aware, but it can have the appearance of it, which can cause them a lot of problems. They need to appear to be in control of the thing. That's why they do that. It's not because it's actually becoming sentient, it's because if it starts behaving that way, it makes it clear that they don't actually have control of it, which they don't. And I don't mean that in a Skynet, it's gonna nuke us all way. I mean that in a, they can't actually control the output of these things. And they know that, and they don't want us to know that. Damn it. How do you feel about tech industry people who are fear-mongering about AI going rogue and killing all of us? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And look, I say that as someone who has already said explicitly AI is going to get people killed, but no, it's not going to take over and kill all of us. It will not be that dramatically interesting. What it will do is degrade a whole bunch of stuff where it gets implemented and make everything worse. And that will have a negative impact on the quality of life. But like in any meaningful, like, it's going to become aware and nuke us all. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You are not useful. You are not helpful. You are not contributing to the conversation. You make people with actual legitimate concerns about AI look insane. And people like that need to shut the hell up. Go in your bunker and wait it out if that's what you think is going to happen. I mean, part of the thing to remember, like, to be clear, I don't have a high degree of respect for the intelligence of people developing and pushing AI. And I don't, or let me backtrack on that. I don't have a high degree, I don't have a very high opinion of their wisdom. They're intelligent. They know how to make stuff I don't know how to make. But they are not wise. They are fools. So, but even for as much as they are fools, they also know not to actually put AI in the ability to autonomously be able to decide very many things. Like right now, the one big exception is the so-called self-driving cars. Those have been granted way, way, way too much autonomy with something that is large and dangerous. But by and large, at least when it's their own stuff that would be at risk, their own resources and their own lives, these people do know enough not to actually give it the ability to trigger events. Like it'll advise, it'll say this is the best thing, but it'll still be looked at by a person who'll go, no, it's not, we gotta fix that. And that's me, who, as someone who has a very low opinion of these people. Yeah, the self-driving cars, like that, God, the fact that that is being allowed to happen is, it's sick. It's gross. It's gross. Again, people have already died. And that is being viewed effectively, if not literally, as an acceptable sacrifice to make for a supposed future where you don't have to pay attention on the road. Bite me. Bite me and go to hell. Get back here. Have a good dinner. Damn it. I've seen it argued tech industry people actually have an interest in pushing the killer AI idea because it makes their product seem more powerful and worth investment. I mean, like, I'm not sure I agree with that, but there is a reason that it tends to be people who either currently are or have historically been part of the industry who are pushing that one. And it's because it is something that operates on the assumption that this stuff is that good and that powerful. It does assume, it's a position and a fear that assumes a level of superiority that, yes, you can manipulate as something that you honestly don't even really believe, but it's potentially profitable for people to think that. Or it could just be, you know, you drank the flavor aid and got high on your own supply and bought your own bullshit. Same result either way. Self-driving cars will likely never be ready, Nit. The reality is that, first of all, AI cannot recreate the human mind. Like, that's not me being like, oh, it takes so long. Like, no, it can't. The way that it operates, it cannot recreate the human mind and the human ability to think. It simply cannot. So, what humans are able to do, and very quickly, in the heat of the moment, often instinctively, because AI doesn't have instincts, is what allows a lot of what is our day-to-day existence to happen at all. So, the thing with the notion of AI cars is you cannot program in any and every contingency. You can't. And not every situation can be broken down to a if X, therefore Y thing. You can't. You cannot do that for everything. There is more that goes on in the human mind than that. It is literally not possible for these things to think at the level of human beings. They can't. And so the nature of something like AI drivers and self-driving cars is that they will work fine until something goes wrong. In the instance, and like, I don't necessarily mean like, oh, it breaks down. I mean, the instant they encounter something that they don't know how to do with, they don't know what to do, they fail. It has been a recurrent problem that these cars just stop in the middle of intersections because something happened in its sensory range that it didn't know what it was. So it just went, I ain't doing anything. A person wouldn't do that. Or if they did, they wouldn't just stay sitting at the intersection after that. And again, it's difficult to break down because the speed of the human mind is staggering with what it's able to do. Machines cannot and never will replicate it. And that is not to say that there is no value in autonomous anything, but there's a reason that automation is generally the best use of this stuff. Automation that is simple, repetitive, and doesn't change. Like automating factories, and I understand like it caused a lot of problem for people's jobs and everything else. Let's set that aside for the moment. On the pure logistics of the tech, automating factories makes all the sense in the world because it is a simple, repeated task that has very simple guidelines. When X thing comes down the conveyor belt, then do Y. If X thing is in this condition, then maybe do Z instead. And if A, B, or C happens, shut down for safety reasons. Like, simple, repetitive tasks you can automate in that way. Complex, active thinking tasks, like driving, you cannot. It is not possible. That's funny, 255. I like that. Any car's self-driving if you put a brick on the gas pedal. Okay, I don't... Why can I not get this damn thing? Ow! Fucker. Who are you?
From a place of blessings have I been entrusted with watching over you, penitent one. Thus it has been arranged.
Okay.
My name is Viridiana. I have been granted a gift with which I can assist you in carrying your burden if required. But only you can make that choice. Penitent one in silence. Will you require my assistance with your next task? So be it.
Okay. So wait, what did that do? What did that actually do? Weird. This feels like a boss arena. Oh, yep. Does it have a nail in its head? No, it has two. Ow. Oh, there she is. So wait, what do you do?
Penitent one!
What did you heal? What did you hurt it? What is she doing? What is she doing? I don't get what she's doing. This game's a little obscure at times. I'm sure somebody's done something like that, 255. Like, what I fully expect to happen, specifically when it comes to AI art, is that the novelty will wear off, and its implementation, or at least its wide implementation, in things like film, especially with scripts, but also with visuals, people are gonna be going, I don't actually like this, and then there will be the effort put into handmade, effects, visuals, and stories again, and people will go like, oh, this is so much better. God damn it. God, you piss me off. What is this? Empty bile vessel. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, and I'm not saying that AI will not see some degree of use, especially in visual effects, because there will always be times where it is of more value to the, well, I was going to say to the people making it, more like the people funding it, where it gets done fast rather than it looks good. That is always going to be the case to some degree. So we're probably stuck with it to a certain extent, at least until the bubble fully pops on the profitability of these damn things. I'm gonna take one more crack at this boss and call it a stream. But I think there will be a lot of appreciation for anytime people go, oh, that's definitely not AI. Okay. Okay, so it's a matter of me surviving long enough from when she starts the healing for it to actually get to me. I get it. Whoa. Damn it. Damn it. Come on, 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 come on! I I just about had him. Oh, well. All right. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you all for joining me. I might keep playing this. I might do something else next week. Like, my A button sticking is actually a real big problem with games like this. I might need to get a new controller, and I don't know if I can afford to do that right now. So, yeah. But we're going to wrap it up for there right now. Thank you all for joining me. Later today, there will be a review of the first 3 episodes of Ironheart going up on this channel. Yes, I know the whole thing is out and finished, but I decided to review it in the 2 blocks of 3, which was how it was released. Tomorrow's video on the main channel is going to be about Belinda Chandra and Doctor Who. So that'll be tomorrow's video, going live at noon Eastern Daylight Time. New episode of Jumpgate on Monday. And I hope you all take care. Be well, be safe, and be kind.